All right, y'all. Welcome back to Spot City Talk. First off, we want to give a shout out to Black Panther.
Yes, great movie.
If you haven't seen it, go check it
see
out.
It was inspirational. Take your kids.
Very much
Get it
so.
on bootleg.
We is not
Nah, let me
bootleg.
stop. Nah, I just had to mess with y'all. Y'all know we gotta have some fun here, man. I had to, but yeah, go see that though. Real talk.
So tonight we're going to talk about why Black women are perceived to be angry. I'm Jamisha,
Oreo.
Jennifer.
and you see we're down a cast member tonight, but she couldn't make it, and she sends her love. What's up, Nina?
Hey, we miss you.
So I don't understand why, because I'm a Black woman, that I have to be perceived as angry all the time. The way I come across, I may not be angry. I just might have something to say and you're not listening. What about y'all?
I think there's a lot of things that stem to that. It's a negative moral stigma that's created and produced, and we've developed a false sense of accepting that perception. And what it is, like, on the main point, for the most part, it's not that y'all are angry. I feel that what it is the Black woman is strong. And a lot of these so-called men that is running around calling y'all angry, not realizing they weak. That's why they want that submissive creature. You know what I'm saying? The one's just gonna bow down and do whatever they tell them. That's what they're looking for because they're weak. They don't understand strength. Just like the old saying, takes iron to sharpen iron. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a strong man, you gotta have a strong woman that's gonna make for you to work together in order to build right.
I agree in some aspects. I think that you can be both. You can be submissive to your husband or your significant other, and you can still be strong. One does not take away from the other. And I think that these women are being submissive to the wrong type of men and trying to be strong if they can't handle it. So I agree with you on that, these so-called men. But when you get you a real man, a real honest man, he'll be able to accept you as both. But the rest of the world don't. It's hard to when you have to go to work and change the way you talk and the way you carry yourself because you don't want to be perceived as the stereotypical Black woman. Um, it's really sad that we can't be ourselves and have to watch how we speak.
But why do I have to watch how I speak? I can come to you very intelligently and have a conversation, but because you don't like the way I'm saying it, then oh, I'm angry or you're bitter. Like, who did this to you? No, that goes back to what I said before. If you would just listen to what I'm saying and stop trying to make me angry, because I'm probably not angry.
It's also your demeanor. I think it's also how we carry ourselves. I know I carry myself very prideful, when I walk into a room, and that could be misconstrued as um, having an attitude or I mean, I have so many examples I can give you where I'm told that I have an attitude and I just walked in the room, or I'm perceived as stuck up or whatever. However people view me, it's always come back to either I'm a white girl or I'm stuck up or a bitch, really. Um, and it's just based off just simply because I carry myself a certain kind of way.
Well, what about the gi though? Okay, think about it like this. You assert a certain type of energy, okay? Uh, we have throughout the long history had reason to be mad and upset about shit. Even into the current day of standard society and today, we have reasoning to be mad and upset. So that energy rests inside of us. So it's gonna glow as a negative energy, even when it's not even that you mad or that you got an attitude about something. That energy itself shows. And that's for all us African diaspora though. Not just the woman, that's the man too. That's why when they look at the man, they say, oh, the man's like a gorilla, like, oh, I want to destroy shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you ever seen or heard of a black man being treated like that, but that's part of the things we go through as a man. Like y'all perceived as the angry woman, we're perceived as like this destructive force. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Oh, he gonna beat you and this and that. It's because we radiate a certain energy that is formed off of the anger of the history. It's not that we are angry, it's just we have anger within us. You see what I'm saying? And that energy goes. So when you do something with force and strength, and there's an anger energy going behind it, that's the first thing they're gonna try to do. Is result of, oh, they're angry and stuff. Black women just always got an attitude for no reason. And it's just a bunch of hype, really. It's propaganda to push a falsehood from one thing that's taken the wrong way, basically. It's like when you have a conversation and somebody says, oh, well, what about when you said this? You like, no, I said this. You're just taking this little part and using that. And that's basically what that's like. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, in a historical stance, we had what they call the characters, minstrels, and stuff like that, where they had the Uncle Tom and the what was Mammy. You know what I'm saying? And Mammy was created off of white folks' imagination. They just created this idea that black women are happy to serve the white man and make sure he's good and make sure his children's good and everything. And while at the same time neglecting her own family. And if you ever watch any like shows that have the Mammy character, she's always downrating the man, belittling him and everything. And we've seen that for years on now. That's the only images we have of black women through like media and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Whenever the white man comes around, she's all happy to help. And then when it's the black man around, she's like, man, the fuck up and do what you gotta do. Excuse my language, y'all. Just man up and do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? You ain't about nothing. You can't handle this. You can't do that. Man up and do, you know what I'm saying? And then it's perceived as anger. But what it really truly is, though, the trueness behind that Mammy characters all make believe. The true black woman does have that strength of uplifting her man, because she will tell her man that she love her man. Baby, get you moping around for. Get yourself to do something because you got the strength and the power to do that. You know what I mean?
I understand. How about looking at it from, I understand exactly what you're saying, because you're saying, we're gonna tell you if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
You're absolutely right. But look at it from this way. What if the woman, because as a black culture, we do not go seek help when we need help. We do not go speak to psychiatrists when we need to vent like the other races do. We don't have an avenue to vent. So what about those women that is actually really hurting and is coming across as anger? There's a lot of black women and people, I mean, period, in general, that were beaten as kids, that were molested as kids, and no one ever knew, because we are taught, what, don't air our dirty laundry.
Right.
What goes on in this house stays in this house.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand? So none of that has ever been aired, that has never been vented, that has never been taken care of on an emotional standpoint. So it's a lot of us that's angry because we're angry. You know,
Right.
we got bottled up energy. We have bottled up hate that we walk around and we carry every day. And it's hard to not show it when it's deep. I see it. I talk to women. I've been told these things and they've never told anybody else. And then it's sad because you've walked around your whole life with this in you, that this happened to you. And then 9 times out of 10, it repeats.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It repeats and it goes from generation to generation.
Right.
And then your daughter grow up angry and hurt because the same thing. It's just, at some point, sometimes you have to break it and you have to be able to talk. You have to be able to discuss it. If not, it's just gonna stay in.
So how would we break that? Because you're right, sis, you're right.
Right.
We need to break that. I mean, I would think, go ahead, because you're a black woman, you probably would know better on how to break a cycle, you know.
As far as, I think for us to lose the title as being angry black women, our black men are gonna have to start listening to what we're saying.
Great point.
We're not just nagging. We're not just always in your face just to be in your face. We have a point that we're trying to get across. And if you're not listening, then that's what fuels the fire. That's what makes us angry, because what we're trying to tell you is trying to make you a better man. But instead of listening, you're shutting me out. So one way to fix it is for open up communication.
That's facts, and I completely agree with you, because if the house is not happy, you're not happy.
No.
So then you're gonna carry that energy outside the home, out into public. I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. On all standpoints, I think we have great views, 3 different views of why Black women are looked at as angry.
Mhm. And also, even if we need to start listening to our Black men as well.
Yes, it's not one
We
side.
can agree to disagree and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't always have to be a fight to the death
I agree.
just to get a point across.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
Or if you get caught with one of them that's.
yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying, you know, you get caught up with one of those people that's not listening, then, you know, sometimes kind of just get in that room, let him breathe a little bit. Maybe he needs to just focus on it. Because a lot of times what women don't realize, and I'm gonna speak as a man on this, we do hear y'all. Y'all don't know that we hear y'all, but we hear y'all. And I believe it's part of that stigma of that false projection of the angry Black women that we treated that way. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I've always been the listening type of person because I do psychiatrist type things. But I also been in relationships where like my woman would try to talk to me and I'm like, man, I'm not trying to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like I knew better. Like I knew more than what she was speaking on. She wasn't never walked in those shoes. She's never done that. So she wouldn't know nothing about what was going on. I never thought of the prospect that the Black woman has that intuition for a reason. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just kind of got to give that man just his little space when he's trying to
100%.
turn you down. You know what I'm saying? And just let him turn you off for a second because what you don't know is really on the real. He really sitting back and listening to the side of his head, running the repeat like, damn, she's so right. She's so right.
Mhm.
I'm tripping. I'm tripping. And it's hard because we Black men, we do have the stigma of the ego, and we picked up on that stigma to the point to where we carry it and we'll let our ego get to it. We ain't about to come out and tell you we know you're right, because then you're gonna start there trying to tell us emotion. We ain't trying to hear all that shit.
No, you're
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
You're 100%
But
right.
yeah, that's another way that we can fix on that. Is by just kind of give it space when we need to be.
Okay. Especially when they first come home. When they first come
Man.
home from work, or first come home from a hard day,
Man.
give them space. Let him calm down. Let him decompress is what I say. Because I sit in my car and decompress when I get off work.
Yeah.
And so, you know, give him time to relax. Then go talk to him. Then let him hear you. Because just as angry as we are looked at as angry, they looked at us being angry and aggressive as well.
Right.
And thugs and other things. because
Exactly. They
we're
go through a
always
lot when they
understood.
walk out of our house
Yeah.
into the world. It's a lot out there they go through every day. So it's not just for women, guys. We're looking at the Black men too.
So, now that we've had this discussion, we want to know what y'all think about this. Make sure you comment, go to our YouTube page, subscribe. Because like I said, we are here to stay. We've been
Share.
like going through so much, but we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get our points across. You understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Comment,
Drop
like.
the comments down.
Let us know what you
love
think.
y'all.
Subscribe.
Holla.